Hello, good evening yet again. It's me, your favorite host, Lilia Patrick-Akushie, and this evening we will be talking about loyalty in your business. It's another program of the Smart Shoppers, known as the Smart Entrepreneurs, and we are connecting to you live here. So, our guest today is one of the favorite speakers in the field. That's amazing, right? Okay. So he said he's going to be discussing with us on how your understanding of loyalty can change your business performance. Isn't that amazing? This means that your understanding of loyalty, your loyalty can actually change or have effect on the performance of your business. Wow. So as usual, I've got my biro, I've got my journals. So sorry about that. Um, we are so sorry about that. The connection went out, but we're back. So we are going to be talking on loyalty as usual while we wait for our guest to join us. I am hoping that we are having a lot of viewers. Yes, I can see Omolara joining us all the way from Lagos. Please, if you're watching live, simply use the hashtag live on the comment section to let us know that you're joining us live. If you're joining us from anywhere, let us know where you're joining us from. Our guest is having a bit of hard time connecting. All right, that's excellent. So let's know where you're joining us from so that we will send our hellos to the people in that city. So if you're joining us,
Huh?
so if you're joining us from Abuja, simply say It's so so someone that speaks very well on leadership with all the experience. We know you have to learn from him. So today, we will be communicating and listening to mix up BOLAJI Phillips all the way from Lagos State as he takes us on loyalty. Good to have you, my brothers. Welcome to this wonderful episode of the Interview. Already on the suffering, right? Oh, hopefully you join us today. So in the meantime, there are two things here that say us about loyalty. He said we will be dissecting the top to bottom approach of loyalty and the long-term benefits for our business organization and teams. So this means that if you're one of the people who are growing the team, if you're one of the people that are helping people to grow a team, or you want to grow a team in your business, it has a long-term loyalty has a long-term effect on your team or on your team. If you are thinking about an organization, then you really need to be here to learn about loyalty. And he said he's going to be sending us years of own experience in building systems. Wow. So will you be grateful to hear from him as we watch out and listen to learn so much from our guest speaker? Okay, we have him back on track. And the network is not very stable. But kindly be patient with us as he joins us. Welcome back, guys. We are waiting for you already. Good to have you.
Thank you very, very much. I am honored to be here. And good evening all to everyone that is here present. It's my honor and privilege to be here.
Our pleasure. So the floor is yours. We've already introduced the things you're going to be talking to us about today. You said something about how loyalty affects our business, the long-term goal of loyalty in building a team or building an organization. So we are here. We know you're loaded. We are really waiting for you to dish it out hot for us. So let's get to it, and we will be listening to you right now. Thank you so much. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Madam. I'm honored. Thank you for the opportunity to come across to everyone across. And I'd like to start by saying we all learn from each other, but we're going to try as much as possible to make everyone present to have value for your time, the time you spent in coming across. And I'm going to start first by saying, defining the word loyalty. The word loyalty. Loyalty in itself is a noun. Sorry, I'm a teacher by nature, and so I take my time in explaining, so that when somebody is leaving you, the person should have one or two things to be able to hold on. That yes, I learned this thing, or I got this thing reminded me. And so loyalty is a noun, and it's defined simply from Google. I didn't check any dictionary. I just went straight to Google, and it says the quality of being loyal. When you're loyal to someone,
sorry to cut in. I think we are having a bounce back. Either a device or something is on, or so we are not getting you clear.
Let me put up my phones.
Okay, please just reduce the volume so that we can hear you clearly. Either the network or something, but we are having.
Maybe it's bounce back. Okay. There's no other thing here except my earpiece. Can you hear me without my earpiece?
Sorry?
Can you hear me without my earpiece?
Yes, we can very well.
You can hear me very well. It's just that I will not be getting it correctly. Okay?
Yes, we can. This is better.
Is this still bouncing back?
Yes, it's bouncing back now.
Okay, so without the earpiece, it's not bouncing.
Okay, remove it. Let's see what it's like without the earpiece.
So it's off.
I think it's better.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Without any bouncing effect.
It's a bit of the bouncing effect, but it's better than before.
What could it be? I'm alone at home. No, the televisions and every other thing is put off. So I'm wondering what it could be. Could it be my sitting area that is echoing? I don't know.
Okay, as if the network is not stable. I think it could be a network thing as well.
Yes, because I had to switch from my Wi-Fi to a phone so that the phone will act so that I could get a more stable network. So I don't know. I had to switch to make it more stable.
All right, it's better now. We got you.
Okay, so since it's better now, if quality drops, please draw my attention. Is that okay? I mean, if quality drops, please draw my attention.
Sorry?
If the quality of my audio drops, draw my attention to it.
All right. Okay, then.
Okay, since you can hear me clearly, so I guess I need to just start moving on. Now, loyalty is the quality of being loyal, as in you're loyal to someone. When you're loyal, when people see you, they say the word loyalty comes. So it's a strong feeling of support or allegiance. A strong feeling of support or allegiance. When someone feels being supported, when you also feel being supported, it is called loyalty. Loyalty is not what you say. Loyalty is what someone feels. I like to repeat myself. Loyalty is not what you say. It is what the person feels when you're done doing what you're doing. And so it's a set of behavior. It's what you do to a person or an organization that makes the person or the organization feel you're loyal. And what does it mean to be loyal? Like, Nigerians will hear loyal milk. Now, giving or showing of firm and constant support. When you give, when you show firm and constant support, that means it's not just good enough to show support. It means you must be strong about the support and continuously. That means you're loyal. It must be to a person or an organization. And so being loyal, how does it affect us? The norm about loyalty is this. People see the norm is the one. Loyalty has always been from bottom top approach. How do I mean? People down, the up people expect the people to be loyal. Children to parents. A father or a mother, parents give instruction and expect them to be obeyed without question. I used to be a soldier. In the military, loyalty is demanded. It's more or less woven into the fabrics of the military. That's why a soldier who deserts the war front is killed. Why? Because the person is not shown as being loyal. Loyalty goes just beyond what you do. It's a culture. It is the way you do what you do that shows firm support to the leadership. That's how we've known it to be. And that's why you see politicians, you hear the cliche, I'm loyal, I'm loyal, I'm loyal. It's not you telling me I'm loyal. It is, I need to look at your behavior over the period of time, and I will interpret it to mean you're loyal. And so, having understood what being loyal means and loyalty, I need to take it a step further. Before I came on now, about an hour ago, one of the largest organizations in the world that has a large customer base is Amazon. Amazon has a daily averagely of 1.8 million orders. 1.8 million orders averagely in a day. That means 1.8 million, if I'm to take them one after the other, customers that buy from Amazon. Between 1.6 million and 1.8 million on a daily basis. That tells you why Amazon is what Amazon is. Why? Because they can build on the fact that 1.6 million to 1.8 million people, orders will be made every day, and that translates to money for them. It's a constant thing. So they've worked it out over the period of time and come to an average of 1.6 million to 1.8 million every single day. And so as a person, how do you build a loyal customer base, a loyal team? And so for you to build a loyal team, because when customers are loyal, that means more sales. And when there's more sales, or there are more sales, that means profits. And that means growth. And that means expansion. You can go into other areas. You can diversify. Why? Because you have a customer base that is supporting what you're doing. You have money in your hand. You have the vision to drive. Why? Because you have a customer base that is loyal. So how do we build it? I'm going to cut it into two. I believe I'm speaking to individuals, multi-level marketing executives. I'm talking to direct sales people. And so I'm going to be sharing one or two things that I think will help us. Because you see, there's a culture of impatience in our industry. Most leaders don't understand how to build loyalty. Most leaders, when they get into a company, when they partner with a company, most of the time what they expect to see is that they expect people to do certain things. Oh, you're not recruiting. Oh, you're not there when I call you. Oh, you're not, a lot of excuses. They have a large team, but ineffective. They have people signing up, they keep signing up new people. But the old people are not working. They are not active. And so they begin to wonder, what's the problem? The problem is there's a disconnect. The old are not feeling the leadership. And so the leader keeps building and keeps building and keeps building, and at a point he or she gets tired. Wow. And one of the reasons, it's not the only reason, so that's why we're going to look at it. One of the reasons is loyalty. People don't want to know how much you know until they see how much you care. I repeat myself. People don't want to know how much you know until they can see how much you care. Because you see, when the people can feel you, they can follow you. When the people can feel you, they can follow you. They will follow you to everywhere. See, you are the brand, not the company you're partnering with that is the brand. People buy into people before they buy into a project. They buy you. It is you that they know. It is you that they can see. It is you that they can feel. It is you they have a direct line with. It's not the product. And so when there's a disconnect in you and them, the sales will be flagging. They will draw back. They will lose aspiration. They will not have the zeal. They will not have the zeal. And you need the zeal, the zest, the energy, the synergy to be able to drive the team. Trust is no longer there. And this is one of the things I need to say something. Loyalty retains if you get it right. When you get loyalty right, it will retain your team members. It will retain your customers. Until we get loyalty, we will be losing them. You can get them one way and they're going through the back door. You know, there's something I understand. You know, I talked about me being in the army. When you join the military, you do what they call oath of allegiance. You swear the oath of allegiance that you're going to follow the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You're going to support the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, whoever it is. Even at your death, while you're in service, you will do that. But now you're not talking to soldiers. These people are your team members. Some are better qualified educationally. Some have more money. Some even have more influence. And they have their money. So how you're going to pull those people of volunteers? They are volunteers. They are not conscripts. They are volunteers. They are not coerced. They cannot be forced. How will you make them do what a soldier will do for the government? How? And so that's where a lot of people miss it. And see, one of the first way, because see, business is a game of number. The number of your team members who can follow you, the number of clients who can constantly buy from you, the more money we make. And so for us to have the critical mass, we have to start from the very small. You can start today and build a team of loyal people who will be with you in health. God given us health and being alive. All things being equal, they can stay with you for the next 10 years. Why? You understand what loyalty is. They feel a sense of commitment towards you, not to the organizations that you follow. You hear people say, me, I don't know the business, but that woman, I will follow that woman. Any business she says I should do, I will do. That is loyalty. Let me start by saying one way of building loyalty is the word empathy. Empathy. Empathy is divided into three. There's the cognitive empathy. There's the emotional empathy. And so we must begin to understand how these things work. When people See, we call people to Zoom meetings, we call people to physical meetings, we call them to trainings. But the challenge is, how do they do in their lives? Do you have a personal one with them in their lives? These are the things. Genuine, being real. Ability to understand how this person feels per time. A whole lot of people will ask you, how are you? And the normal thing we tell the people, oh, I'm fine, I'm good. And it ends there. People who have emotional issues, people who have family issues, people who have financial issues, there is no way that person will deliver. No matter their potential, no matter whatever the asset that they have, potentially, they will not be able to deliver. But it's the leader being sensitive, having emotional intelligence to be able to hear what you're not being told. If you can grow your person to the level where you begin to hear without being told, if you can hear things without being told, but mere looking at someone or on a phone call, your empathy, connecting with them, you can win them. See, if you can swim across the river to help me while I was drowning, you are family. Let me repeat myself. If you can swim across the river to help me while I am drowning, I will follow you. Are you with me, Ma?
Yes, I am.
Okay, great. Because you see, when people go through issues in life, your ability to be able to see beyond the smile and be able to be there for them. Because I talked about, the emotions, the cognitive empathy, and the compassion empathy. There are three things: emotional empathy, cognitive empathy, and the compassion empathy.
Emotional,
When you are
cognitive,
there for the
and
person,
compassion.
yes, but compassion. A leadership without compassion will not last long. The people will follow the person who has compassion. Let me give you an example. There's a person in this nation I met about last year. There's a program they run, and when they started the program, it's a program that you need to have a smartphone. And will you believe that this woman is a woman like you? God bless the women. Almost 50 mobile phones. 50 mobile phones. 50. When she signs them up, you know what she does to them? She gives them a mobile phone. When she signs her team members up, she gives them a mobile phone. Her first set of team members she signed up, she was giving them brand new mobile phones, brand new. What she did there was she moved across the river to help solve their challenges. She knew they had people who she knew they had potential, but there was something they needed to get across, which was the mobile phone. You will not believe it. These people that she gave mobile phones, a whole lot of them earned in excess of 5 million. Calculated, 50 people earning over 5 million naira. And how did it come about? Because a leader who had empathy, she had compassion empathy, She had emotional empathy and cognitive empathy. She was able to see that this person has the ability to do this business. I have to show my firm commitment. See, it's not just about sign up. It's about the person knowing that this woman, this man, this company is there for me. And when they see, they feel that you're there for them, they will follow you to the end. And that program ended last year. But she had succeeded in creating millionaires. Some had made money in excess of 50 million. People who had no money. Some made money in excess of 10 million. But the least made at least 5 million. 5 million. Guess what happened? They started a new program. And you know what happened? Those people that this woman had raised, who had made so much money from the last program, and they made the money on the backdrop of her investment in their lives, are the people driving the new program. In the first 1 month of doing this program, they were churning out millionaires. These people, the 40 people, the 50 people that she gave these mobile phones to, are the backbone of the team. They are exploding everywhere in this country right now. And they are making money in millions. What led to it? A leader who had compassion, a leader who had empathy. She was able to feel, put herself in the shoes of the people coming, and dipped her hand into her pocket and gave them tools that will enhance their business. And that the rest is history. That woman last year made close to 500 million naira from network marketing.
Wow.
Last year alone. Wow. This year, when last I was discussing with her, she told me every month she does not make money, as in every month. She makes between 3 to 5 million in the new program. That was when the program just started. Why? She has a loyal team. Loyalty, you can see what loyalty has done for her. They are willing to die for her. They are willing to go any length for her. And so that's what empathy. You cannot be loyal without empathy. People cannot be loyal to you without compassion. In the first instance, they want to see, is this person real? Can this person feel what I feel? Yes, this person is our boss. It is the top leader. Can this person feel what I feel? I'll give a personal experience. There's someone I met some years back. We've done 4 programs together. Somehow, the person has always been in my team, but we've not had close relationship. So there was this program we did this last year when the COVID-19 was up. So after the COVID-19 restriction was lifted, I had to travel down the states. And so I met her, we got close, we started talking. And so sometimes I need to travel. At one call, I'm on my way out. I kept traveling. What I kept doing was investing in building her team, building her person. And after that program, within that program, that one person, just one person, in one day signed up 35 people in one day. 35 people. And she ended up building a very dynamic team that her effort exploded our team, which I heard directly. And it brought in so much unbelievable from one person. When that program ended, there was this other program we got into, we're presently in. One person, as it's a binary structure, has single-handedly given me over 12,000 points. One person. And our points are counted one for $1. One person in 3 months has built almost 90 people. 90. One person. What is it? Loyalty. My team leader always said that if you want Madam XYZ, let me not mention her name. Just talk to Mr. Bolaji. And they don't understand why. The reason is none other than I have gone across at my inconvenience to do things when I don't have even the cash, but I have to look for the cash. Why? Because this person is involved. And so today, I enjoy a level of loyalty that is unexplainable. In fact, the program, the business I introduced her to, which she signed up under me, she's so I don't know how to call it, so as in she knows the business even more than I that I introduced her to it. The point I'm raising is that if I have an issue, I just say call XYZ person, and that's it. She solves it one instance. What I'm trying to lay is that when you can go across for somebody as a team leader, you earn that loyalty for years. The kind of bonuses I earn, it is not my effort. It is the effort of one person that has been touched that I'm earning today. The sacrifices of the past is bringing in so much money. And that one person has so much influence around her. And that's not the only person. I have another one somewhere in the Southwest. And so I can begin to count that across the states. So when I travel to a state, I'm building loyalty. I'm going across. You get across, try and pay your hotel bill as a leader. Try and pay one or two things for the people. Show your real, don't be so high and haughty. When the people can feel you, they can follow you. When the people can feel you, they can follow you. Loyalty will open you up to other people that they know. And so for the past 2 years, in fact, there are people today who join our teams, not because of the program, but because of the person. So if I'm joining a team today, I look at the person. Has this person been there in the past? We've done businesses in the past, so I look at you. Is it every now and then all you are concerned about is I should sign up, I should sign up, I should sign up. After I sign up, what next? Has my life improved following you? What is the value proposition that you're bringing to the table? How will I grow from who I am today to who I should be? These are the questions. It's not about money. It's about the total package. The complete being. What do they feel? So, because we must begin to look at those things. See, emotions drive sales. Emotion drives sales. Until the people feel good the last time, they will not make another buy. Until the people feel good about the last time, you will not make another sale. Until they feel good. Because when you come, they'll think about what happened the last time. And so that is going to affect what's going to happen now. And so you need them. I'm not saying you should, how I call you, be a bootlicker. No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you should suck up to them. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying when people leave you, how do they feel? How do they feel? When they part with you, when they think of you, how do they feel? That feeling is important. That's where the emotional part of them is what is going to drive their commitment to you. And that's where loyalty keys in. So when they think about their relationship with you as a leader and they feel good about it, then you can have them for the rest of their life. You will have them as long as they live. You see, that's why major corporate organizations, large conglomerates, you see them, they go more into research. Why? Because they believe that if they can retain the quality that you felt the first time you bought the product, that way they are going to come back, buy again. If the quality drops, you're losing that customer. So in that same vein, if the way you treated them in the first place, they will always remember it. No sales without emotion. Everything we bought in our house was an emotion. I don't know, you'd like to say something so that let me just let me give a bit of space.
I got that. No sales without emotion. I was just repeating what you said.
Okay. And so that's how it runs. That's how it runs. So when we understand this little thing, it's a small principle. It's a small principle that can bring us great results. There are people today, if I give them a call, they are not going to consider the program. They are going to consider me. Business. Why? Because the last way they felt about the way we did business, I had to learn it. I made mistakes before learning this thing I'm sharing. Then it used to be about the next sales, the next prospect, getting the next prospect. When you get them in, you jump to the next prospect. You jump to the next prospect. We are prospecting. We are getting new people. What happens to the last people? What happened to the old people? What have you done to the old people? How are they doing? You see, because you have a list. We drop new list. Who have I spoken with? That's not how it works for some people. But I learned over time that I was making a mistake. I need to go across for the people. When I began to go across for them, when they were not even expecting it, I saw the difference it made. And so one person, I see them following us to develop projects, not just one project, 2, 3 projects, running them simultaneously. Why? Because it's me. In fact, there was a particular, most of you, I hear them say, is there any other project that we can run together? And I'm like, yes, there's one I'm running. Say, why didn't you tell me? I'm like, but you are in this one. Say, no. Why? Because of the way we treated ourselves in this present project. So they are looking out for a new one. But I didn't get to know that secret until I had issues, challenges myself. So it's not all been rosy. No. We fail before we succeed. We do things wrong. And when we do things wrong, we learn how not to do things wrong. There's a popular mantra that says mistakes make you. You don't make mistakes. Let me repeat myself. You don't make mistakes. Mistakes make you. The mistakes we have made, as they were in quote, turn around to make us better people. So we have learned by mistakes that it's not just about the next sales, it's about the people who made it happen. The people who are going to make it happen. You see, your organization is going to be in thousands, but you're going to have your core. You're going to have your core. Your core. If your core is 5, if your core is 10, if your core is 3, put in all into your core. When you put in all into your core, when your core understand you, when they feel you, they will follow you. Because the way you relate with your core is the way your core will relate. Your core, the way you deal with your core, who are your leaders, pour into your core. When you pour your empathy into your core, it's no longer business. It becomes a bond. A bond. They feel what a soldier feels, allegiance. They feel allegiance towards you. They feel a sense of loyalty towards you. They feel like if they don't follow you, there's something wrong. But you're not telling them to do that. But because the effect of what you have done in their lives is what they feel they owe you. They feel a sense of loyalty towards you. And so it drives them to do things. They want to repay you. Why? Because you've been there for them. They want to pay back. That's how it works. They connect with you beyond the level of talking. And that's how it should be. Strong organizations, that's how it works. So when you're building a team, we must start, especially if it's a fresh team. When you get your core, get to know them. Get to know who they are. Beyond, hello, how are you? Beyond that, get to know what they're going through. You can't solve everybody's challenge. You can't. But that which you can do, let them see you're making an attempt to step in. And over time, when that person stabilizes, you've a one-man army you've won to yourself. If there are 4, if there are 5, you're going to enjoy their wisdom. You're going to enjoy their zest. You're going to enjoy their zeal. You're going to enjoy their energy. You're going to enjoy everything. But you see, loyalty should not be demanded. Loyalty should be shown. When you invest loyalty as a leader, you will reap loyalty. And when you're going to be reaping it, because see, you have them in multiples, they are going to be talking about you in a way, in a dimension that will push and propel the business. And so loyalty as a principle has different dimensions. But the dimension I want us to remember today is that your team, you must be loyal to them. And in being loyal to your team, you must show empathy. And we have the compassion empathy, you have the cognitive empathy, and then you have the emotional empathy. So all this combined makes you to be an empathetic person. You know when it's an emotional empathy. You know when it's a compassion empathy. You don't need to talk, say, how far? Man, I don't know what my children go eat for her also. You don't need to say, how are the kids? say they are fine. I can't come to the meeting today because my kids are having run. The kids is at the hospital. Like, where's the hospital? Oh, the hospital is XYZ. Okay. And you said, okay, the next 5 hours, if you cannot directly get there, you can organize someone who goes to that hospital, checks on the baby. You may not pay money. It's not about spending money. It's about being there for the person. You are there. The person, oh, who sent you? Oh, XYZ. Oh, I saw. Did you see the person that came? Yes, so the person was able to stay with me for 2 hours. That singular act of compassion, empathy, that emotional empathy you have displayed has earned you a place in the heart of that person. If your core leaders cannot feel you, how will your organization grow? How will the organization grow? Somebody says something. He said, everything rises and falls on leadership. And so if the leadership that you're put in place cannot feel you, how will the crowd feel you? How will the team feel you? And if they can't feel you, they can't drive. You cannot drive sales. They are just there to earn a living. The moment they earn something that's good enough for them, they move on. And you begin to complain. You're complaining, I don't know, these people, all of them have left me. Why won't they leave? Where were you when they needed you? Were you there even before they said they needed you? You sensed that they will need you. You sensed a need in their life, and you were there for them. You call them, you could feel like, I've not seen this person in a while. How are you? Don't talk about sales. Don't talk about the sales. Speak about them. I know, yes, so what's happening to you? So what's the situation now? Oh, I entered into one bad program and the program crashed and people are after me. You may not have the money, but oh, you've been arrested, so where are you? I'm at the police station. Okay, I'm coming. For showing up, you may not bail the person. You may not pay any money. You may not even have the money. But for the fact that you were there with that person, for life, you have won someone, a loyal person. That person will remember that, of all the people, this person came across for me. And so that's what we're talking about. We are humans first before we are network marketers. We are humans first before we are marketers. And anybody who doesn't understand that cannot have people for a long period. People will display disloyalty until we have that emotional balance. We understand it. So that's why when we show loyalty, we can retain a large team. Companies come, companies go, but you and your team should remain. If I look back, teams that we have developed in the time past, some of them I don't know them. And also the team leaders, I didn't connect with them. And so today, there's no loyalty to each other. And so that's why you see in your team you have 10,000 people. But how many of them today that you had in the last team can you connect with today? Why? Because we don't understand this. And so the moment we can connect, whether you're the one who brought them into the system or somehow connected you to them in the system, try to show loyalty. Build loyalty intentionally. Intentionally. It's gradually, initially to be alien, but when we keep it up over a period of time, it becomes part of you. And so you're not trying to be it, you are just it. Loyalty. At this point, I'd like to stop so that maybe you could ask questions and reactions.
Wow, this is loaded. This is loaded. We are humans first before the business.
Yes, please.
I got that. You said loyalty, everything lies in leadership.
Yes,
and I put down the one that is showing on if the leadership you put in place cannot feel you, how will the crowd then feel you? You said no sales without emotions.
no sales without emotion.
And the one that got me, we fail before we succeed. Because I know that a lot of people have in mind at any point in time that they are coming into a business that is going to be a smooth ride all the way. You know, that's the mindset of a lot of people. It's going to be a smooth ride all the way. So they're not expecting failure. And
Not
once
at
they
all.
hit, and once they hit anything that is going to throw them back or anything that seems like is failure, you see them giving up completely on that business plan. So how then do you learn what failure actually is in this business? You have to fail, or you learn from someone that have failed, but you're still going to make your own mistakes, and you have your first-hand knowledge about the failures in the business to become a perfect person. But when you give up, then you've got nothing to teach people. That means in the first place, you were not coming into the business to make an impact.
It must be beyond money.
It goes beyond money.
Yes. The challenge we have today is this.
Before you take on that, Buzz, I would like to tell the viewers, please, you can drop your questions following us from the YouTube channel. You can drop your comments so that we can, he will take your questions. Those following us on our various Facebook platforms, we have people following us from the Smart Shoppers group and those following us from my own wall. Kindly drop your questions, we'll pick them up and ask those questions as they talks. So over to you, Buzz.
I didn't get you. There was an interruption in the network. Can you please ask the question again?
Okay, no, I was saying that the lessons I learned from what you've said, and I mentioned that you see people give up once they hit failure, what seems like failure. And you made them, and you said we fail before we succeed. And what I can just make out of all of this is that those people that run back once they hit something that seems like a failure is that they never had in mind making an impact on people, because it's from what you've learned that you will use to improve other people's lives, right?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please.
So you were going to take me on that.
We are a summation of our experiences. Everything we go through is meant to make us.
Wow.
Our molding never stops as long as we are amenable, pliable. We are not supposed to be cast. We're not supposed to be a cast. The mold is not complete. You see, the process is more than the destination. The process is of more essence than the destination. See, when we join a program, whenever we join a program, people are always excited about the greed factor. Like, wow. So you mean I'm going to earn 20 million? Wow. I'm going to earn 50 million. Wow. That's all they see. But in the process of going to earn 50 million, by the time you get to 20 million, you should be a different person. So that 20 million is not what you get to the finish line and you look at it and you're like, wow, wow, wow. Your thinking, your perspective changes. You're no longer that person who was just motivated only by money. You are now another person who is thinking of leaving a footprint, giving back. So there's a whole lot that I'm grateful that network marketing develops you as a person. And so people should not just see network marketing as somewhere they can leverage on and make money. So we learned a whole lot. See, I just told us of how I learned that loyalty. I failed in the past, not understanding what I understand today. If I understood what I shared today, I bet you I will be I'm telling you, I will have built large organizations that are still here today. But I didn't understand. And so I learned by failing how not to fail, how to do things right. So I'm just adding to what you said.
Yes, sir. You're very correct. I love this. We're a summation of our experiences. That crowns it. That crowns it. And honestly, what I know today, if I had known it before now, I'm sure we would have gone.
Not at all.
Would have been better. But it's all good. It's good we learn from our experiences. It's good we have that hands-on knowledge. Yes, it goes beyond. Yes, someone said it goes beyond money. Exactly. That's an insight. It goes beyond money. Wow. So while we wait for the questions, I'm looking through to see if there are questions. Okay, someone said this teaching is the bomb because it touches all the spheres of life in our work life with our siblings, etc. That is very informative. That is from Chiamaka. Excellent. That's the beauty of it. We just want to touch lives. We just want to make people understand how life goes, and that's it. Thank God you can see that it touches every aspect of your life. Wow. Okay, boss, it's been very insightful listening to you and hearing from you. If you are still watching us from wherever, kindly state where you're watching us from. If you're live, let's go #live. If you're watching a replay, that will be after this. #replay. If you're following us on the YouTube channels, kindly subscribe so that you will be up to date with what we are doing and so we can get to serve you better. And then if you have questions, we have a few minutes to round up this session. We would like to take your questions right now. Give us all the likes, all the emojis, love and hearts, and the thumbs up emojis. Following us on Facebook, we'd love to see them. It's been very amazing talking with Mr. Bolaji Phillips. I heard from him once, and at that moment, my life turned. I didn't go empty-handed, as in it was a meeting I didn't know I was going to get something from. Someone said he's watching us from Iba. Excellent. And at that meeting, I was like, wow, what a person. But he never like this. By the time we chatted again, he didn't remember me. And ever since then, we've done a whole lot of businesses, talks about a whole lot, helped each other in one way or the other. And it's been an amazing experience. This is what network marketing gives you on a platter of gold. So we can see our people joining us live. He's so full of knowledge, so much. If you're with him, there is no dull moment. Because it's been amazing having you. So we would like to ask again if you have some more, because you're going to come back. We are calling you back again. But before then, we would like to know if you have some more things to tell us on loyalty. Is there something else we want to know? Now, there is something about this teaching I would like to point out or would want you to touch. most times people come into business not knowing that they too are leaders. So when we are doing teachings like this and we are telling them leadership, they are not looking at themselves. When you're talking about loyalty, when you're talking about them having empathy, and having the cognitive empathy and all of that you mentioned to us, they are not seeing themselves, the compassion, they are actually seeing themselves as the receivers. I don't know if you've come across such. So you're seeing people having to see themselves as receivers of that rather than leaders that should give that. How do you address such, and what do you have to tell such people?
Um, the, the way the world economy is, the economy of the world has harassed people. Our psyche has been harassed, and people don't have self-belief anymore. No self-assurance. In fact, they doubt even the agenda. You hear people like, are you a man? Which kind of man I be? Why? Because they've been battered, they've been subjected to harrowing experiences. And so their God-given talent, their God-given potential has been destroyed, debased. And so such a kind of person does not see anything good about him or herself. And so there are categories of people. There are people who just need opening their eyes here and there. And there are people who are long-term projects. So as a leader, when you come across them, you must be able to differentiate that this person is a long-term project or this person is a short-term project. And when you're building an organization, the long-term project is going to dissipate your energy. They will come true. They will come true in the long term. You are going to need a lot of patience. They're going to sap you. They're going to pour venom. Their sting, all the pain, they're going to pour it on you. Those are the long-term projects. So, but the short-term ones, because you're going to look at the project, you are the leader. And so, if you're going to get held down by a long-term project, you're going to be sidetracked from the goal. In balancing empathy, you must be careful how you display the emotional empathy. You must be careful with it. Because sometimes someone says something, hurting people hurt people. Let me repeat myself. Hurting people, that's Hurting. People are going through hurt. They hurt people. It's not intentional. So when you meet someone who doesn't see himself or herself as what you see them to be, when you have separated them into two, those who have a long time to go and those who have short time, if you meet those who have short time, all you need to do is consistency in believing in the person will help the person believe in himself or herself. When you keep telling person that I see you beyond this, forget it. Say, madam, I know if you do this thing, I know if you do just like we say in pidgin, you don't know what I'm going. I can't. You keep telling person, I see you beyond this. I see you beyond this. And then you begin to look for small task. Maybe coordinating writing of names, lists. Okay, and tomorrow's seminar meeting we're having, you'll be the one that write the names of the people. Buy a notebook when you're coming, or you say when you're coming, buy a long notebook. You're going to wear the t-shirt, you stay at the door. So when people come, tell them to write their name if they are for this program. That assignment that you have given the person, it's not that you don't have an alternative. You have a backup plan. maybe 2 persons, but you instruct the other person, allow this person to lead. When you are done with that meeting, you call them across, say, oh wow, I'm so excited. You guys did so well. You did so well. Fantastic. You guys did so well. Let me recharge your phone, 500. Let me give you a recharge card, 500. In fact, that thing you have done has instilled a belief in the person. The person like, wow. The fact that for a long while somebody has given them assignment and they have succeeded. Every triumph propels you to another triumph. Let me repeat myself. Every victory begets another victory. So that feeling of having done well and giving them a pat on the back restores self-confidence into them. That's one of the ways you can do it, getting them involved in non-sensitive areas. We must be careful. You cannot just carry them and throw them into areas that, if anything goes wrong, messes up the whole program. So you put them in non-sensitive areas, and so from non-sensitive areas, you can now gradually put them in sensitive areas. Why? Because over time, they have developed self-belief. And so when their self-belief is there, confidence comes back. So they begin to see that which you have seen in them. So it's not like you are psyching them up. You are not telling them a lie. They've seen that they can handle task and handle it very well. And so from one task to another task to another task, in the process, you have developed someone. You have developed the leadership traits in them. And so you can move on to another level. And so I think in response to your question, I think that's what I will do when I meet someone who lacks self-belief, who does not believe in themselves anymore. And that's what I will do. That's what I will do. And that's what I'm going to suggest.
Wow, amazing. All right, so it's been about 1 hour, 17
Yes,
minutes. We've been talking.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much for that. So when we meet that someone like that, these are little tasks. In fact, I've also met people that even run away from the little task. I've met people who run away from the little task, yet they want to be very successful. They want to make the most out of it. But I don't know how you can when you don't get involved, when you don't see this as a business for yourself. So I think everyone coming into a business should first of all know that they have to be involved for the business to work for them. You also have to begin to see yourself as a leader, learn or yearn to be like the person you look up to, if not exactly like the person, like half of the person, but I would say to be better than the person. And that entails you working, practicing, bringing out yourself to do things just like the person does it. That way, you will now be better. You will learn from learning how the person does it. You will learn to do better than the person. I think that's a good one. Thank you so much, Buzz, for your time. We do not take this for granted. It's been amazing talking with you. And we have definitely given people something that will help them in their business going forward. And that's the goal. I so much appreciate this. Out of your busy schedules, you made out time for us. It's not easy. We appreciate you. And we hope that next time when we call you, that you're going to answer us. We look forward to coming to you.
It's an honor showcasing you on the platform, and I'm honored. Thank you so very
Oh,
much. I'm so grateful. It's an honor, a privilege. I'm not taking for granted. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it.
thank you so very much, sir. We appreciate you. And so we, at this point, we are
Sure.
going to let you go so that we end this program today. So thank you so much. We appreciate you, and we look
Thank
forward to seeing you again. And so, ladies and gentlemen,